I'm Josh with Blue Collar Ballistics.
Hey Josh, I'm Grant. Grant from Mantis.
Mantis. All right, can you tell me a little bit about your what you guys do here? I've heard a little bit about it for training and stuff like that, but if you kind of explain what you got here.
Sure. So our X10 Elite, which is this guy right here, mounts onto any firearm, just slides onto your rail, like so. It's just going to slide it on. And then when it's connected to your phone or your tablet, it's going to track all of your movement all the time. When we feel a break in the trigger, we're going to go back in time and analyze what happened before, during, and after that shot. So if I cant to the left, you'll see that the canting on the screen as well.
And you have what, an airsoft here then?
We're using a pellet gun to simulate live fire, but this does work live fire or dry fire, any firearm, pistol, rifle.
So this here device you just put right on a real gun then, like any gun you have has a rail in the back.
Right, and if you don't have a rail, you can also mount it to your magazine and just put it on a mag plate adapter that you get in the kit.
Oh, nice. And then I can just take it to the range and shoot it, and I can see how I'm doing it. And will it tell me what I'm doing wrong or how to correct what I'm doing?
Absolutely, yeah. So let me restart this. So we got it set for CO2, and I'm using a CO2 gun, so it's going to blow back. Do you want to shoot?
Yeah, I'll shoot.
Okay. So pick anything you want on the back wall as a target.
Okay.
Good job. All right. So actually do a couple more, but throw them a little bit, like make some mistakes so that we can show people what happens when you make a mistake too. So you're shooting really well.
There. I put my finger in a little bit so it pulled to the right.
So yeah, okay. I'm just gonna throw a couple more in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is your first shot. Your score was 97.7. You start at 100%. Any deviation from where you start to press the trigger to where the shot breaks lowers your score.
Okay.
So blue is pre-trigger press motion or hold. Yellow is going to be where you started to break the trigger, and X is going to be where that shot broke. We then do that. We do that for every single shot, and it starts to build a profile for what you're doing wrong. And then if we see a consistent pattern, we can tell you what you're doing wrong, and then tell you how to fix it.
That's pretty neat. And this here, you said you can use this on a rifle or handgun?
Yeah, pistol. The X10 Elite will work pistol, rifle, shotgun, and archery.
Okay.
Yep.
And I see you got something else over here.
Yeah.
In your AR here.
So this one is called the Blackbeard X, and this one just drops in. It's a 30-second swap out, and your AR becomes your training tool.
So you can use whatever AR that you normally use.
Yep.
You can throw this in there. And
Any mil-spec BCG AR. So 300 Blackout, 5.56, anything that uses a regular BCG, it'll work. Once it's in there, and then if you have an MCX, we make it for MCX as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then we're coming out with some other variations as well, like a AR-10 and AK-47 and 74.
There's a battery in the mag then?
Yeah,
I see a couple connections.
Yeah. Yeah, so the battery is the magazine. It's good for about 50,000 trigger presses per charge.
Oh, wow.
Once it's charged up. And then we're just going to restart this. So go ahead and shoot the rifle. So same sort of thing. Pick anything you want as a target. In this case, we're going to send a laser down range while you press the trigger, but we're going to be tracking the same type of motion. And then if you do a couple more shots while he's tracking the screen, we'll see basically the live view. There's a very slight delay, but just the Bluetooth delay. There we go, perfect. So now we're gonna, again, use this information. Blue is pre-trigger press. Yellow is gonna be where you started to break the trigger. And important to note, it's your weight break and reset of your trigger. So whatever trigger you have in your AR, that's what it's gonna feel like. If you have a Geisley like this one, it's gonna feel like a Geisley. If you have a Timney or an Elfman or Blackout Defense, any trigger that you have, it's gonna have that characteristic.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for about 4.5 years. The company's been around for about 10 years.
Okay.
The Blackbeard's been out for about 4 years. The X10 Elite, the X10, the original X, is 10 years old.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Yes.
Did you shoot before you started working here?
I did, yeah. But
So, since you've been there, has your accuracy changed?
yeah, tremendously. So I actually bought those X10 for myself before I ever started working for the company. And part of my interview process was, what's your username? And they wanted to see what my score was, and they wanted to see that I had a progression of training. And what we find is everyone that uses it, we see an improvement in their first 15 minutes of use, because we're showing you what you're doing wrong so that you can correct it. Up until now, it's just been like, well, don't do that. Whatever it is you're doing wrong, don't do that.
Okay.
We're actually showing you how to correct it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time, and I know you're getting ready to pack up here and stuff, but I appreciate you talking to us.
My pleasure. Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Have a good evening.
Take care, guys.
Through whatever.
Oh yeah, sure. So this is the shot count on the left, the score is in the middle, split times are on the right, and then the best shot is going to have a little trophy beside it. So his best shot was shot number 1. And then when I press on this is blue is pre-trigger press, yellow is going to be where he starts to break the trigger, and X is where this shot breaks. And then we do that for every single shot.
That's so sweet.
And then that builds this, and then we can use that information to tell you what you're doing wrong, and then give you corrective action that you can take.